Well, folks, here we are. It's Monday back in the tundra. So what's that mean? Well, it means a couple of things. One, it means another weekend has come and gone way too quick. Another work week's about to begin, and I'm working some overtime. And it also means that last night you should have watched the new social hour from Rogan Radio from the new and improved Studio A. Later on today, if it hasn't been already released, you can listen or watch the new podcast. Check it out. Good stuff. Rogan Radio right about there. And it also means Motivational Monday. Well, today we got two quotes. One coming from Winston Churchill. The other coming from my grandfather. That's right, the original Donald Everett. So let's talk about Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is walking from failure to failure or mistake to mistake without the loss of enthusiasm." And my grandfather once said, "A mistake's not a mistake unless you can learn from it and fix it." So what did Winston Churchill mean? Well, I think he meant we're going to make mistakes in life. We're going to experience some setbacks. It's how you manage those setbacks and failures and mistakes that define who you are and what you do. If you make a mistake and don't learn from it, that's on you. You truly have made a mistake. And you're probably not going to reach many goals that you've set for yourself if you just give up on a goal and walk away when you make a mistake. But if you haven't experienced a mistake and you stay motivated, you stay dedicated to the cause, and you learn from that mistake and you apply it and you keep moving forward, well, now you're being successful. Let's look at that for a minute. Let's apply that to, say, cutting down a tree. So let's say we got this great big oak tree. We got to cut it down with an axe. No cheating. You're not using a chainsaw today. You're using an axe. So we go find the biggest, the strongest, the sharpest axe we can find. We grind it down, make sure it's real sharp, and we just start swinging away. We ate our Wheaties today, and we're just swinging away. Man, we're making powerful swings. We feel good. But after about 10 minutes, we realize this tree ain't going nowhere. So we made a mistake along the way somewhere. So we step back, we look at it, we realize, oh, we got cuts all over this tree. How can we fix that? Well, let's tighten it up. So we get back at it again. We take a drink of water. We get back at it. Another 10 minutes go by. Tree's not falling. Man, we must be still making a mistake. What are we doing wrong? Then we realized, oh, all of our swings are in almost the same hole. They're all from the same angle. That ain't going to cut it. So let's change it up. How can we change it up? Let's make some different angles. Make some different strikes from different angles. So we take our axe, we bring it way up, and we bring it down on a 45-degree angle from above. And we're like, okay, that looks good. Let's try another one. We come from the bottom, 45-degree angle, come up. Let's try something different. So we bring it straight 90 degrees, smack it as hard as we can, and a big chunk of wood flies out of the tree. Wow, that works. Let's repeat it. Let's do it again. 45 above, 45 below, 90-degree angle, boom. Another piece of wood flies out. Do that a few more times. And you hear some crackling. Crack, 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 crack. Boom, tree comes down. Success. How do we achieve success? Because we made mistakes and we learned from them. We corrected ourselves. So now that leads to my grandfather's quote: "A mistake's not a mistake unless you can fix it or learn from it." And I know I kind of switched it up, kind of paraphrased. That ties right back in with that tree. We made mistakes, but we learned from it. We applied it to what we were doing, and therefore we fixed the problem. And by fixing the problem, we became successful. So there you have it, folks. Motivational Monday. Stay motivated. Have a good week. As always, get some. But before we go, I'd like to say a quick thing about this tragedy that they experienced in Orlando, Florida. For a lot of people, this has impacted a lot of people. Over 50 killed by one act of cowardice, one act of terrorism, one act of, you want to call it domestic, whatever you want to call it. It was terrorism, and it was cowardly. One man went to a nightclub, shot up a lot of people. A lot of good people just enjoying life. Horrible. Very horrible. Out of that act of cowardice, though, many acts of heroism were shown through. I was reading about one. I'm not going to mention any names. I don't want to call nobody out. And I'm surely not going to say the name of the terrorist, because that just gives him what he wants. Anyhow, this one man, they're in this club. Shots started ringing out. And this man wraps himself around his boyfriend to potentially save his boyfriend's life. I don't know if it happened or not. if the boyfriend got saved or not. But still, the man tried his best and gave his life to protect the ones he loved. I want you to think about that. And if that don't motivate you, I don't know what will. So again, have a good week. Have a good day. Stay motivated. Get some.